What is up? Jeff Lerner here, making sure that all the different places are connected. Today, we are going live about how to get yourself in a multi-million-dollar headspace so that you can do work to generate multiple millions of dollars with one single effort. It's kind of the holy grail of business is like, how do I work once and get paid for life? I am getting ready to do that. That's been the story of my business. I guess you never really get paid for life because things change, but you get paid for a long time. You can do work once, create a lot of leverage, wire it up with automation, and make a lot of money over a long period of time. And that's kind of what I think a lot of people are looking for. It's why a lot of people are drawn to the internet as a place to do business. And it's what I'm getting ready to do right now. And I thought, well, before I do it, I'm going to go live and I'm going to get fully into that headspace. Man, we got all kinds of people coming on. Mateus, Lennon, Lucian, John, Ryu Huai Yama. Oh, dude, these names. Jay Flames, Keela, Wolfie, Muntaha, Larry. Thanks. Give me a Larry. Larry's easy. I can just glance at it and be like, "What's up, Larry?" I love these Instagram handles. They're like it's like deciphering code. Anyways, it's great to see everyone here. As I was saying, I'm getting ready to redo a presentation that to date is doing about $1 million a month in sales online. You know, I'm not having to give the pitch. I gave the pitch one time. I gave it maybe what's the date? It's September. Yeah, it was early this year. So maybe like early part of this year. Smooth, what's up? Fairy Cake, what's up? Hey, by the way, if you're seeing this and if you never see my stuff before, then suspend judgment. Wait, hear what I have to say, get to know me, decide if you like me. But if you have seen my stuff before and you're back for more because you like what I'm trying to do in this world, I would love it if you'd let the world know. Give it a like, give it a share, leave me a note. Let me know your thoughts, feelings, concerns, questions, how I can help. I know my heart. I know what I'm trying to do in this world. I'm trying to up-level excellence. I'm trying to create way bigger possibilities for most people's lives. We live in a world where people have a woefully small perception of what's possible for their life, and that's no fault of their own. It's because of the world and the conditioning that they've grown up around. But there are huge things possible. And if you don't hear it anywhere else, you're going to hear it from me, that those huge things can change your life just like they've changed my life. And at the end of the day, you know, the least interesting thing for me to talk about is money, but also in some ways the most important thing for me to talk about is money, because we all know money is the fuel in the tank that powers our lives. And if we are going to have an amazing life, we're going to have to at least get a handle on that piece of our life, the money piece of our life. And I appreciate that. I'm seeing some really kind comments on Instagram about Entre and about our courses and about our mission and what we're trying to do. Thank you. You know, I believe that we're doing good work in this world, and it's great to hear it from other people that there's a consensus in that regard. Let me, Chadrick, what's up on Facebook? I'm going to mute on Facebook. I want to be able to see the comments and questions and respond to everyone. Spidey, Pam, Prince, Felipe, Jake, Jeffrey's here on Facebook. I appreciate so much everyone who's here. So listen, what we're here to talk about is, again, I think it's what a lot of people are drawn to about the internet. Jeff, my man, what's up? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate all your kind words and your leadership in the community. It is what I think a lot of people are drawn to, is this idea that you could learn to do a certain set of things and it could produce a result that could power your life on an ongoing basis. And that's it. I mean, that ultimately you boil all the water out of the pan of modern new economy business and what people are trying to do. Anders, what's up, man? Appreciate you being here. And what most people are trying to do, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to set themselves up. What you're trying to do, I suspect, trying to set yourself up. You're trying to build a foundation that can power your life so that you can focus on the most important things. The reality is that the least important thing is the most important thing until it's the least out of sight, out of mind thing that can allow you to focus on the most important things. And by that, I am talking, of course, about money. Money is not important unless you don't have it, and then it's hugely important. It's like health. You can take it for granted until you can't. And then once you can't, you won't until you get it back to where you can. So how do you do that? On the internet, you have to figure out how to sell through technology. You have to figure out how to sell through technology. And for that, there's a few formats. And there's a few skills that go into being able to do it really well. It's one of the reasons I talk about copywriting. I talk about direct response marketing. I interview great copywriters. I interview great direct response marketers. I'm a student of those things myself. Ultimately, it's the key that unlocks a lot of greatness in what's possible for your life. But you have to learn the skills. And here's where I'm at. Here's what I'm going through right now is I've got a presentation right now that's running virtually on autopilot. I don't touch it. I don't mess with it. I don't have to deal with it. And it literally prints about $1 million a month. And that's great, right? Why am I talking about it? Why don't I just leave well enough alone? Because I got some feedback on how it could be better. So what do you do when you've got a thing that's working well, that's producing about $1 million a month in pretty high profit revenue, and somebody says, here's how it could be even better? Do you risk messing with it? Let's get this bread. What's up, Yesh? I saw Stone pop on too. What's up, guys? What do? Do you mess with it? Or do you leave well enough alone? Well, it's a hard thing when your core values center around doing hard things and being committed to excellence. Because when you look at a thing and you go, it could be better, leaving well enough alone isn't so much an option, is it? So I'm in this headspace right now. It's Sunday. I cleared my schedule. I told the fam, listen, I got to go in the office for a couple hours on Sunday. I'm here. I'm sitting in this chair. I'm at my workstation. I got the slides already edited and adjusted. I got the mic ready to record. All I got to do is hit a button, talk for about 90 minutes, clicking through slides, save it, export it, upload it, and boom, presentation redone, version 2.0. But then the hard part begins where I got to sit back and I got to wait. And I got to wait. And I got to say, I hope this outperforms the last one because I just rocked a boat that really didn't have to be rocked, except I'm so committed to excellence, I knew that I had to do it. Soon as I saw a way that it could be better, I had to change it. So going into this, here's where I'm at. Here's why I decided to do this live. I'm going into a delivery. It's like I'm about to go on stage, only it's here in the comfort of my office. I'm about to do a thing that can produce millions of dollars virtually on autopilot, or I could screw it up and it could really tank a big part of my business. Probably wouldn't ruin me entirely, but it would hurt a lot of people. There's a lot of people that rely on this presentation to perform the way it needs to, literally so they can feed their families. It's a significant chunk of Entra and how our business operates. So that's kind of a lot of pressure. And I think that we all feel that pressure in a way when it comes to sales, when it comes to growing a business, when it comes to producing, trying to produce a foundation that can change our life. There's a lot of pressure, whether it's 20 or 30 people, or in this case, it's about 50 people who actually feed their families on the backs of how this presentation performs. That's one type of pressure, but for a lot of us, the pressure is just on me. It's just me and my family. Like, I got to get this right. I got to close these deals. I got to make these sales. I got to create this funnel and design this offer in such a way that it sells, in such a way that it converts. Because if it doesn't work, I fail. And if I fail, I let myself down. I let my family down. Maybe I call into question a whole belief system about what's possible in this world. I got to close the deal so that I don't have to question what I've been doing all this time. I don't have to question what I've been working for all this time. I don't have to question if I can do it. I don't have to ask fundamental questions about who I am and what's possible for me. I got to close this deal. That's a lot of pressure that's baked into a sale. I got to close this deal, and it's about so much more than the money. You're thinking, I got to close this sale. I'm going to send out this email, and I need this many conversions. I'm going to get on the phone, and I got to capture this sale. I got to create that energy and enroll them and get the card, man. Will that be Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or American Express? Go ahead and pull that out of your wallet. Give me those 16 digits. Let's get this done. That moment is the crux of so much in our life as an entrepreneur. Have you ever had that moment? Are you scared of that moment? Do you embrace that moment? Do you live for that moment? I know people that live for that moment. It's empowering when you realize that you can create that moment and you can execute in that moment. And because of that, you can have any life you want. But for me, it's not just about me. It's 50 plus people that need me to be able to deliver in that moment. And I'm about to go back to the drawing board and redo it. So I know the pressure. I've lived the pressure. And when you come up to that moment, there's two ways you can approach it. You can either say, all right, I'm going to pull out all my tricks. I'm going to pull all my rabbits out of my hats. And I'm going to use every trick I know, and I'm going to psych people into it. I'm going to manipulate. I'm going to twist. I'm going to bob and weave, and I'm going to close those deals, man. I'm going to reach into their pocket and pull their credit card out myself, right? That's how a lot of salespeople do it. A lot of salespeople say, how do I increase the odds? It's like going into a casino, getting ready to count the cards, man. How do I count the cards? How do I game the system? How do I cheat the system to swing it into my favor, right? And I'll admit, when I was an affiliate marketer from 2008 to 2012, and I was approaching internet business from a place of desperation, at least for a good chunk of that, I remember being tempted to just go, what have I got to do? Maybe create some fake scarcity. Maybe, fake scarcity is like, going once, going twice. We've only got 7 units left. Buy now or else it'll be gone forever. And the reality is quantities are not limited, right? That's called fake scarcity. Or maybe I'm gonna throw in a guarantee, like a guarantee that I don't really stand by, I don't really believe in, or whatever, man. It's like tempting. It's tempting to do what you got to do to close the deal when your back's against the wall. I've been there. I fought it. Sometimes I gave in. Most of the time I didn't. I was always like, man, what if I'm held to account someday for my choices, whether it's in front of God, in front of my parents, in front of my future kids. There's good reasons not to be skeezy, slimy. But ever since 2013, when I pivoted into selling my own products, those choices haven't really been an option for me, because the products and services themselves are so embedded with my brand and my identity and my consciousness and my reputation. I can't sell them any way but the second way. And the second way is to approach sales with a genuine agape love of humanity and a desire to serve and a desire to convey your belief in whatever the product or service is in a way that makes somebody's life better, whether they buy or not. And I'm doing this live because there's a lot of pressure in this moment to create a presentation that is effective, that is more effective than the one that I'm replacing. Otherwise, I am hurting 50 people and their families. So I got to nail it. And the temptation is to go into that going, how do I nail this at all costs? But the reality is, all costs are not worth paying. And the focus I need to have is, how do I nail the service? How do I nail the love? How do I nail the commitment to excellence such that it reflects and suffuses the delivery of this presentation so that anybody who watches is better for it? And I need to remind myself and recommit to myself that is how you approach something like this. I don't care what's on the other side. I don't care what the prize is. You approach a sale with a heart of service. You approach a sales conversation with love on your tongue. And you make sure that they are edified and improved no matter what the outcome, and you will win. And I'm saying this to myself, Jeff, you will win if you do things the right way. And on the internet, there is such a temptation to not, because it's easy to feel so arm's length. It's easy to feel so separated from the people that you connect with. The reality is I'm here by myself in a room. I could put the scammiest, cheapest, most aggressive, most duplicitous, and potentially most profitable sales message out to the world, and likely no one would ever come through those doors and challenge me about it. But I would know. My family would know. You would all know. Many of you, not all perhaps. The world, the universe, God, whoever, whatever, however you want to attribute moral accountability, they would know. So I got to get in that headspace. Love, service, excellence. Love, service, excellence. A lot of times before I do these lives, I make a few notes about what I'm going to talk about today. I only wrote down 3 words: love, service, excellence. Deliver with excellence. Love. Fill up whatever size the glass is, fill it up with love, and approach it with a heart of service. And I know that it's going to be an improvement. Hey, thanks for watching. I got a presentation to record. Love, service, excellence. That's where I'm at. I hope you can get there too and carry it throughout your week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.